you're being recorded now.
I'm being recorded now? Okay, so I'm at the Copper Spoon in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and for the first time ever, I am having a whiskey it's a bourbon whiskey called Old Fitzgerald. It's a bourbon, bottled in bond, which means it has to basically bottled in bond means it comes from one specific place. This is a 13-year-old bourbon. I was going to order Pappy Van Winkle, which is another sort of legendary bourbon, but they didn't have enough, and the waiter suggested this. So I'm going to try it now. This is, excuse me.
What?
My phone is going off. Now, not that price has anything to do with flavor, but this is $60 for a 2-ounce pour, which is part of the reason why we're filming it. So we're going to see now. I've had one sip of Pappy Van Winkle, which is supposed to be... Pappy Van Winkle is supposed to be the best bourbon in the world. There isn't supposed to be anything better than Pappy.
Well, let's see.
So let's see if this measures up.
What do you smell?
Vanilla. Maybe a little bit of caramel, a little bit of apple.
Cool.
Lots of vanilla. All right, let's see how it tastes. Now notice there's no ice cube or anything like that. If you're going to spend $60 on bourbon, let me just say, don't put an ice cube in it. It'll ruin your palate.
It's
Have it
neat.
with the water back, okay? Not gravy, not beer, just a little water. That's all you need. Okay. So.
He's thinking.
Wow.
He's speechless. Ladies and gentlemen, this is unusual.
That is a really hard flavor to describe. It tastes like bourbon. But, yes, I know, you're laughing. This is really good. This is, if you take all the good bits of bourbon and filter out all the not so good bits of bourbon, this is kind of what you get. Let me see if I can describe it better. Let me try it. See.
Well, you said it smells like vanilla. Does it taste like vanilla or no?
You taste some vanilla. You taste some caramel. You taste maybe just a hint of apple, and you get some of that heat from the pure alcohol. But some bourbon is hot, and you feel the alcohol like in the top of your mouth, and it's very strong. You don't get that with this. You feel the alcohol, but it doesn't burn. Some bourbon is sweet. This is not sweet. I mean, it has elements of sweetness, but and you get the Oh no, that's all right. Yeah, no. This is a really complicated flavor.
Okay, that's fair enough.
It disappears quickly. Now, I had Pappy 3 years ago, I think, and it was really good.
It's longer than that. It's before me.
Okay, yeah, it was before.
It's more than 4.
Okay, so yeah. I would say that this definitely is a competitor to the Pappy Van Winkle
That's pretty awesome.
of thing. If you like bourbon, absolutely try this. Probably cheaper if you can find it at a liquor store, but if you can't, try it in a restaurant, save up. I wish I could describe it better. Basically, it's much more subtle than regular bourbon. I guess that's the best description I can come up with, is you get all the same flavors as bourbon, but they're more elevated, more interesting, and sort of maybe more ephemeral. I don't know. It doesn't last as long, but you get more while it's there.
That's lovely. Okay.
So there you go.
So cheers.
Cheers.